Hello again and welcome back everybody to another edition of the Row Report. I am your Row2IC. We're going to continue our daily headlines report, but first, real quick, and I always usually do the announcements at the end. This one is, I want to say again, congratulations to Southern Tier Prepper for winning the Christmas stocking giveaway. She ended up getting the package this morning and did a very excellent unboxing of the whole thing. Opened it up, went through everything item by item, was absolutely just thrilled with everything. It was a really great video. She posted it up over on hers. I shared it over on my rural report Facebook page. So if you haven't seen that, it's a good one. I would encourage you to go check that out. So congratulations again. And remember, if you didn't win, don't fear. Make sure that you stop by 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our workshop Wednesday. We'll be playing some games and giving away some prizes for Christmas every Wednesday up till Christmas. So that's the next two live streams. So make sure you stop on by and check that out. Okay, let's get right into this one. We'll see how long this one goes. I just got back from the trip out of town. So if you can't tell, a little on the tired side, whatnot. I got a lot of shooting out there and some pictures and whatnot. So those will be going up shortly in a video and some shorts and whatnot. It was a fun time, like always, but let's jump into this one. So first, looks like President Erdogan has said that Turkey is ready to take responsibility to prevent the bloodshed in Gaza. And now, as he adds, realizes that the international organizations responsible for ensuring global peace and security lack problem-solving capability. So it looks like as this goes on, if this is not wrapping up quickly, which I did see something about apparently our, as in the United States administration, told Israel that they need to wrap this thing up by January. I don't know how true that is, but this was come out and said very publicly. And so as this goes on, more and more people feel the need to get involved. And so if some sort of long-standing ceasefire doesn't happen, or if something doesn't end this relatively quickly, we could see the potential of other countries just getting involved anyway, and this could cascade. So it's just an important data point. That's what I put this in here. Now, the third derailment of a commuter train in Spain, which is one of their main train stations in Madrid, it looks like we're at the third derailment, and this is basically less than 3 weeks' time. So in less than 3 weeks, there's been 3 train derailments. So kind of a suspicion there. We'll keep our eye on it and just see what's going to go on. Remember, don't really believe much in coincidences right now. So next, I saw that due to the new pneumonia-like virus that's going on over there in China, looks like the social media is posting videos and pictures that they're back to their old sanitizing ways, the mass sanitation ways, kind of like they did in the Charlie Victor 19er days. And so they're dressed up in that full hazmat suit, fogging everything. So it's just replaying the whole thing. So we'll keep our eye on it and see what happens. Next, it looks like Israeli Channel 12 has come out and reported that Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu looks like he has informed the U.S. President and the German Chancellor Olaf Scholz that if they do not take military action against the Houthis in Yemen, then the state of Israel will. So now you're getting it from all different sides. So now Turkey's saying something needs to happen, or Turkey's going to get involved. Now Israel is basically saying, hey, you take out these guys or else I'm going to have to do it. Who's next? Okay. It's one of them ones. everybody's posturing, everybody's making their threats, everybody's going out and saying, hey, they're causing problems, either you deal with it or I'll deal with it, or hey, there's a problem and it either needs to stop or I'm going to step in. So tensions are really, really high right now all over the place. Now, speaking of high tensions, in the South China Sea, looks like the tensions there are very, very high with the Philippines and China. There was a video that has been released showing that Chinese naval coast guards are bombarding Philippine ships, and these ships are belonging to the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources. And in the video, it shows that these Chinese coast guards basically are turning on the water cannons and just spraying the heck out of these boats. So, we'll see what happens, okay? Data point. Next, we'll move over to Sri Lanka, which there is a massive internet outage reported. The last I checked, which was early this morning, it was something like 72 or 78% total complete internet outage in the entire country. But not to be just an internet outage, right afterwards, basically almost the entire country, almost the same as the internet outage, reported a massive blackout. There was pictures that were planes flying over top, and they were showing video and picture looking down over Sri Lanka, and it was just dot here and dot there of the lights of who still had some sort of power. So Sri Lanka's had a lot of problems in the past, so we'll see. Just again, just a data point. Keep it in there. Now, let me slide over, and I'm going to put it right there. So the image that you're seeing as the video plays out is that there is a massive, and as you can see in the video, a massive forest fire in Chile. But as the video plays, now it has encroached into inhabited areas of Chile. So we'll see how that goes down there, as it's no longer just out in the forest. It's now coming into people's homes and all that. It's just another data point, something to keep your eye on. Next, this one's a little interesting. So there is a Russian lawmaker by the name of Mirnov. I suppose I'm not very good with Russian. He made a post on X, and that basically the power of the U.S. is weakening, was his statement. Now, in his post, he continued on, suggesting that other nations should consider retaking old territories that are now a part of the U.S. And then he gave examples such as Mexico and Texas, and Russia and Alaska. So, very interesting. Now, for people that kind of jump into some of the things and they see like there's a Russian fighter jet or something that comes really close to Alaska's airspace, or there's a billboard that pops up in Russia that says something about they're going to retake Alaska. They've been doing that for years. That is absolutely nothing new. But it's interesting because obviously they're making reference to what's going on down there in South America with the Venezuela and the Guyana areas. So we'll see. Okay, just an interesting story, interesting data point. We'll keep it in mind and put a pin in it for a little later. Next, let's see. So one of you, because I made a mention into it, was it yesterday, maybe the day before, about the Christmas parade that somebody decided to ruin. And I decided to skip it, but I made a mention of it. And somebody emailed me and asked me to give the story. So really, really quickly, there was a truck that drove through an annual Christmas Day parade in Bakersfield, California. They struck multiple people who was waiting for the event to start. Now, the interesting part of this is that you would think that if there's bystanders lining the road waiting for a parade and somebody just mows people down, that you would basically shut everything down. You're trying to look for the guy, you're trying to make arrest, you're trying to get people off to the hospital, people that witnessed it. You got to take all sorts of witness statements, and there's a lot to do. I don't know if it's just because it was California or what, but according to basically reports, they just rerouted the parade. It just went on as planned. So instead of going down this street where it was supposed to be, where the accident happened, or incident, I should say, not accident, the incident happened, they just turned and went that way instead. I'm at a loss for words for that one. So, and then I'm going to leave you with this last one, and it's either going to be something that you're going to chuckle at, maybe one of them face palm things, or roll your eyes. We'll see. You're going to get some sort of reaction out of this. So, with all the wars and all the conflicts that's going on right now, all over the world, all the growing tensions, all the threats that seem to come out of everywhere from everybody, Justin Trudeau decided that something needed to be done. Okay, Canada can't be left out. So Justin Trudeau has signed into law that all military facilities and all government buildings must, and in a pretty short amount of time, okay, they ain't given very long to get this done, must install feminine product stations in all men's bathrooms. That's top priority right there, okay? Not, getting homeless off the street, or bringing inflation down, or doing anything for your country, upping your military, making Canada better for Canadians, because it doesn't matter. If you live in the U.S., it's U.S. first, and doesn't matter where you are. I have viewers that live in Spain. Okay, you're a Spaniard. You should be going Spain first. Okay, yeah. Okay, you're from there. You should take pride in your country. And so, for the people up in Canada, and if you haven't seen I saw a few little clips of the Joe Rogan, where he basically came out and he was like, "I'm not going up there no more. It's turning around into a very bad place," and he basically sat out. It scares me, and I'm not going up there. And I have to agree. They're slipping into a dangerous path, and if people don't wake up, and I think people are beginning to wake up, but for me, and I'm going to say a few lines, and they're not really my own thought. They're probably from a TV show or a book or a movie or something along those lines that I'm going to basically kind of paraphrase. But when it comes down to all this, people will jump out and read the slogan or wear a t-shirt that, I want freedom. Okay. No, most people want the illusion of freedom. Most people only want the freedom to be comfortable. Nothing more, nothing less. They don't want to get up off the couch. That's an inconvenience. We're in a throwaway society right now. And so if they have to get up and do something and actually put something down, do an action, well, that's too much of a bother. No. Now, if I can sit here and keyboard warrior it out and say how angry I am and something needs to be done, and kind of armchair coach through this, then I'm all, I'll fight and do whatever I've got to do. But when you tell them, like, all right, come on, we got to get up off the couch, we got to get something done. No, they're not into that. And until that day comes when you make people uncomfortable enough, will they maybe start to do something. My fear, and this is just me, okay, it's an opinion piece right here. My fear is, if you've ever heard the line of desperate people do desperate things, okay, well, we're slipping into a time where it's going to be very desperate times. And if desperate times create desperate people, then desperate people do desperate things. And that usually is a very, very bad recipe for disaster. And that's why we prepare. That's why I ask you to prepare. Do your best, okay? If you're new here, that's the whole point of this channel, is for the new prepper. All you got to do is get started. Do something, okay? You're doing way more than anybody else as long as you just start. Just figure out what you need to do. Ask questions. I've said it multiple times, and I'll be a broken record. I don't care. If you have a serious question that you seriously want to know, ask it. The only dumb question is the one not asked. I will answer the same question every day if I have to, as long as it actually helps somebody. So don't be afraid. If you've asked a question on social media and they ripped you apart and they made you feel whatever, and you're like, I don't want to be a part of that community. Okay, well, you landed on the right channel. Ask me anything you want, anytime. There's multiple different ways to get a hold of me, okay? And if you go down through a lot of the comments, either over on Facebook or here on YouTube, you will see people are very, very well informed. So a lot of the subscribers have even come out and said, hey, like Nanny posted on one of the videos, I'm very well versed in canning. So if anybody has a canning question, great. That's what we want. We want networking. We want to help each other. And so if I don't see it or I don't get to it in time, somebody else would gladly help you if they know how to, if they know the answer to it. Most of the time I get to it and I'll answer it, and I'll answer it honestly. If you ask me a question, I know there's a few of you out there that you have asked me something and I go, I don't know. You're going to have to give me time so I can research it, or I will basically tell you, you know what, I can't comfortably give you an answer. So check this person out because they kind of specialize in what you're asking. They'll better be able to help you. Okay. So hopefully, one of you got that last little part, and this is what you're looking for. So, all right, I'm going to wrap up. So make sure that you guys look out for the fun shorts and the trip video. I know it doesn't really have much to do with prepping, but as a community, I just want to share with you guys the funness of the trip. I bought some cool things, took some pretty fun videos and different other things, some pretty good pictures and whatnot. So stay tuned for that, and we'll do it from there. So I hope you guys have an amazing Saturday, and I got an interview that I think you guys will really, really enjoy. That'll hopefully come out Sunday night. So, all right, with that, guys, stay tuned. More information to come. God bless each and every one of you. And above everything else, please remember to remain united, because we're all prepping in this together.